Hello friends, back at it to continue with the final part of our 6-part vlog where we take you all around the places we visited in Greece. Don't forget to subscribe. Last time we left off in the airport in Milos after an amazing time on the water and underground. When you head to Milos, if you're coming from Santorini, it makes sense to hop a ferry, but if you're heading to Athens, it's pretty easy to hop one of these small planes on over. As you saw, they had snacks and it's like a 40 to 50 minute flight to Athens, so it's really quick. If you're wanting to pull the relaxation trip, then you got to book the Margi Hotel, which is probably one of our favorite places we've ever stayed, and you'll see why throughout this video. You can have them schedule a ride for you, or you can call an Uber. We had them schedule the ride because this was part of the relaxation experience. This place is so cool. They have a delicious restaurant here, they have a cool pool, the rooms are super comfy, and they have a spa that you can book for your own private time if you're staying there. Even cooler was the fact that they upgraded our room when we got there and checked us in early. This place was, I think, $1,300 a night without points, or $1,300 total, but we used Southwest points for a couple of nights, so starting out easy on the wallet already. It's a boutique hotel in the Athenian Riviera, started by a doctor and his wife in the 1960s, named after his 2 daughters. It is a foundational piece for what sparked a lot of the development in the area, and it's still family run. Not only do you get all this space, all that history, but you are also walking distance to the water and the beach. I would say the first thing that you should do though is get lunch. You will know immediately if you want to skip dinner plans after one meal here. The tables can be inside or by the pool, and it wasn't too bright, so it was a nice day. We grabbed a table by the pool and grubbed down. It's good, and it's gonna keep me up. It's gonna keep me awake for our partying. They made me a fresh gluten-free bread that tasted better than almost every piece of regular bread that I miss now. I don't remember the individual meal prices, I forgot to write them down, but I'll show how much we spent all together at the end, which includes the spa, the food, the drinks, and the mini bar items. Good scores all around, so we canceled our dinner plans and headed over to the beach. It's about a 5-minute walk. It costs money to get in. It's basically like a park fee to get in at different parts. Some of the places have private beds and some of them have public seating. I was a little less than thrilled about the cost since the sun wasn't out. That made it much harder for me to want to go in the water and spend money, and there was a lady who was chain smoking the whole time, but it was still a decent time.
Oh, that's strong. That's good though.
When the sun does poke out, the water is absolutely beautiful, the views are beautiful. As you can see, Ashley's having a good time swimming around in the water. I'd say that this beach is a must-do, but make sure you pick a sunny day. I mentioned earlier you'll know whether or not you want to just have dinner at the Margi, and that's what I ended up deciding on. We canceled all of our other dinner reservations for the rest of the trip. The vibes are on point here, especially at night. There are things about you that make you unique, and everybody has something to bring to the world.
Your little breads.
They're so good.
Yeah, you show up way better on this.
So this one is from, I think, the northeastern region of Greece, called the Gazia, I think. Northeastern region of Greece. You're getting to try a lot of the great white wines here. That tuna is really good. What is it crusted with? It's like cayenne, chili powder. Yes, chili powder. It's crusted with chili powder. I haven't had it like that before, where chili powder and then pan-seared. Delicious.
The mains were on point. We got some more local wines, and I'd rate this meal a 4.5 on the food and on the drinks, and a 5 on the vibe.
En route to the lake, got about a 20-minute walk right off the main road. We had breakfast this morning. It was absolutely
amazing.
Delicious.
I'm so full of croissants.
And they're really good. They walked up there. I mean, obviously people who have gluten and dairy allergies aren't a ton, but they did remember and they came through and immediately just started offering some options. So we had a really delicious breakfast. It was good. I got my coffee again. Everybody there seems really happy. They had an awesome selection of like just fruit, like just even the walkthrough area, and I'll show you the video. I'll show it over this, but Yeah, now we're heading to the lake, and it's about a 20-minute walk. You just take the main road, and we'll check this place out.
This is a super cool spot. It's a lagoon that formed about 2,000 years ago. It's supplied with seawater underground through a network of flooded caves, so its temperature never drops below 18 Celsius or 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Couple of tips. Take a taxi and get there early. I didn't realize that the beds would fill up so fast, and do it on a more sunny day. I think it was cool, but the amount of the day pass was almost 20 euros per person, and you want to make sure you're getting the most out of it. Oh yeah, if you don't like nibbling fish, all these fish nibble at your feet, so take that in consideration. Made one more stop at this beach, just to relax with some drinks. It was alright, it was kind of packed. My food was a little sketch. Ashley's was a little bit better. Alright, but if you book your spa day ahead of time, you can head straight downstairs during your time when you get back to the hotel. You get a 60-minute session where you have access to this whole area by yourselves. This was Ashley's idea, so props to her again for knowing that we should relax before we head home. They have a pool that has like a hot waterfall massager thing, steam rooms, hot rooms, and you can also book a couples massage for the end of the session, which we obviously didn't record, but it was so relaxing. Like the spa day, must do at the end of a long trip. Very romantic, just great to spend some time together. You got changing areas too, so you don't have to dress upstairs in your room before you go down. The other beautiful thing is you can head straight to dinner. There isn't much that I haven't said about this restaurant. They knew my food issues, they were more than accommodating, made a lot of recommendations. This time we tried some of their cocktails before we jumped into the wine, and they were delicious. This meal, I'm giving a 5 on food, 5 on drinks, and 5 on 5. It was just a perfect way to end the trip. We stayed pretty late, just sipping our wine and talking about life. I went the distance with this whole fish this go round. I could not conquer it. You should probably share this unless you're super hungry.
I tried. Ashley helped. This is a real emergency. We have to get gelato from this place. So I saw this place through my research, and they had lots of really good reviews on Google, TripAdvisor. Everyone said they have vegan gelato. So I'm gonna try to get some vegan stuff and get some actual toppings, because I never put no toppings on sorbet. So yeah, it's a little bit away from the Margi, and so it's heading towards the lake that we went to earlier. So let's go get this one last treat before we go.
They have lots of stuff to choose from. They were a little bit worried about some of the items related to my allergies, which I appreciate, so we kept it simple for me. I appreciate how people take it more seriously here. My stuff was still good. I would say if smoking bothers you though, get yours to go and walk around with it, but this place is beautiful at night. And now I super hate to call it, but this is the end of the trip. The next morning we just had breakfast and we headed to the airport. We even lucked out on the plane ride and got upgraded. It was my first time, so I was like a kid in business class out here. I spent most of the time working on reels and writing the content for these videos. Eventually had a nappy nap. Make sure you check out the other videos linked in the description, and we hope this video helped you decide whether or not the Riviera is worth a stop for you. Make sure you hit that subscription button. Next up, we're going to be talking about Dublin and the rain versus the sun. And remember, we take the trip so you can decide whether or not you want to.